What factors led you to choose Italy as a country?
Sir, I know German and Japanese as foreign languages, so entering Europe with a German language is a good skill, I believe.
How you prepared yourself in terms of documents like SOPs, cover letter, everything? How you prepared them?
Firstly, I went through some of the examples which are available on Google. Then I wrote it on my own.
How did you manage your funds there, and who did you show as your sponsor?
Yeah, my dad was my sponsor, and I managed my funds from my sister. Actually, she is in Germany.
What do you think? What role a consultancy plays in a process? It's a huge process, right?
You need to have that time frame, and if you don't have that time frame, you can go to a consultant so that they can help you, and you just have to walk on that path.
How was your experience with Eurodreams?
My experience was all over very nice actually. At least I got to know that from the other past students which I got when I went for HRD and when I went for the other processes.
Hello everyone. We have Ankita Thakkar in house today, and she recently, got her visa accepted for Italy study. So she'll be sharing her experience and the essential aspect of getting a visa accepted. So Ankita, please introduce yourself to our audience.
Thank you so much for inviting me, first of all, for the interview. And second thing, my name is Ankita Thakkar. I'm from Pune. I have completed my graduation, and I was working since last 3 years. That is where when I felt I should pursue my masters, and I chose Italy as one of the country to pursue my education higher. And yeah, that's how I did some of the research about the countries and about the consultancy, and that is how I found Eurodreams, and that's all. That is how I landed up to you.
So what factors led you to choose Italy as a country to study?
First of all, I was looking for some European countries since long back because UK, US are like all the students are drawn to it, UK, US, and Canada. These are like the high points. So I was looking for something which I can go through Europe because I don't wanted to go into the group of the people. I wanted to stand outside. That was one of the factors. I know German and Japanese as foreign languages, so entering Europe with a German language is a good skill, I believe. And I got to know that there are a lot of Japanese companies which are investing in Europe nowadays. So, and people there don't know Japanese. So if I know Japanese, German, and English, it would be a plus point for me to, be the standout person in the group of all of those people. So after looking for Europe, I had actually gone for Germany first. But I got to know the public universities and the fundings, the block accounts, and looking after all the financial conditions. I felt that Italy was more better. Also, in terms of university, public universities, they are very renowned and they are very old. So the education, the content, the educational background which is available there is actually remarkable than Germany. So according to the finances and the knowledge, I felt Italy would be more better.
Okay. What factors did you consider while selecting your course?
Yeah, so I have done it. I have done my Bachelor of Commerce, which include subjects like commerce, economics, business management. So I was looking for something which is aligned with my bachelor's degree. And since last 3 years I was working in finance and accounting background, so I also wanted to take that with me. So I chose a degree that is international economics and business management. So it is also a coherent of all the subjects which I have done in my past, which I have been working. So everything would be aligned properly, and obviously I can use my language skills as an additional skills to take up it with my masters. So that's how. So the course which I've selected also has the same subjects like law, marketing, management, business, finance, economics. These are the subjects which are there.
Great.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. How you prepared yourself in terms of documents like SOPs, cover letter, everything? How you prepared them?
Actually, I had just my complete process was just online. So I had just used Google was the best medium which I ever had, and I can use some tools like Quillbot and for rephrasing the sentences. Firstly, I went through some of the examples which are available on Google. Then I wrote it on my own, and then I used it using some tools like Quillbot is one of them, which I used to rephrase the sentence. So this is how I used it. I did it all by myself, the SOPs, the cover letter, and everything, the content. So it was just with the help of the examples which I had, I could write it with my own example I have.
Okay, what was your previous percentile?
It was in my graduation, I had scored 76 percentage.
Okay, so it was enough to get admission in the university, yeah.
Yes. So Italian universities have, I guess, 60% or more. So I was above average.
All right. So what was, how did you manage your funds there, and who did you show as your sponsor?
Yeah, my dad was my sponsor, and I managed my funds from my sister actually. She is in Germany, so she helped me to manage the funds, and my sponsor was my dad. So all the funds were shown in her account, in his account, sorry. And my sister had sent it. So while visa, I had given my father's bank account, last 6 months bank account, and to show them as a funds where they are coming from, I had shown my sister's job, my sister's visa and her job as a proof of fund.
Okay. How did you prepare your cover letter? Please share, the essential aspect which you feel should be there in a cover letter.
So, I feel that the cover letter should cover actually everything, start to the end, like your educational background first of all. Second of all, what are your purpose to go to your this country, this course, this university, and particularly what your future plans are related to that. And second of all, your little bit of experience, like how you came up to this, how you came up to decide this course and this university. Obviously, you have to mention the what do we say, the sentences, the phrases which the visa officer is looking for, but at the same time, if you have your own experience, that how you have gone through all the process, how you figured it out everything, then it could be very great. Also, if you have some job experience, mention that. It is just about it is just like describing everything from start to the end in very short words, but also they should get all the information, that how interested you are and how eager you are to get into their country, their university. So it's all about that. And in the end, you can mention about your sponsors, about all the documents you have attached, all the details which are required for them to verify it. So that's how I did it. I did around first page of there were around 3 paragraphs which described all the things, my past, my current, and my present thing, my work experience, and how I decided that, and my future plans. And what are my future plans? Obviously, it matters that how are you going to use this degree. So that is very much mattered if you mention that, and if that is at a top stage.
Yeah,
That's all.
absolutely. Yeah. Okay. What do you think? What role a consultancy plays in a process? It's a huge process, right? So, how do they help, or should one take a consultancy or not?
So taking up a consultancy or no, it is an individual decision. For me, it was like I had a job. I just left my job a month ago before my flying. So I had to, I had to work full time, and I had to manage all the documentation, which was really difficult for me. So I chose to take up a consultant so that they can always be an helping hand for me. And for me, it was also that Italy was the first time in my family that someone was choosing Italy as a country. So we had no idea about the documentation, and as I went through the consultant, I got to know this, that it's a very huge process, and if you have consultant, you have a guidance always. Obviously, at the end of the day, it's you who does the process. You have to go and get your stamps, get your interview done, get your preparations, and prepare your documentation. Guidance is always there, is the thing. And obviously, if you have time, there are a lot of information available nowadays on YouTube, on Google. If you have a lot of time, then you can actually research by yourself, and then you can do it yourself. It is not that you cannot do it at all, but yeah, you need to have that time frame. And if you don't have that time frame, you can go to a consultant so that they can help you, and you just have to walk on that path. So it's an individual decision, whatever they feel right, how much time they have to invest. That's it.
How was your experience with Eurodreams?
My experience was all over very nice actually. At least I got to know that from the other past students which I got when I went for HRD, and when I went for the other processes to get it done by myself. I got other students from other consultants, and at the end I got to know that consultants are not that helpful, or at the end of the day it's all you have to do, and they are also not that as per the amount they are charging, they are not that up to the mark that okay, this is to be done. They are also into a line where they are figuring out, where they are helping students and also preparing themselves through it. So yeah, but it was all over for me. At least I had all the guidance from Eurodreams. I never had to do this thing that okay, please check on this and let me know. Whatever questions I used to ask them, they used to always help me. Though I there were some flaws obviously, but yeah, that's always gonna be there. Everything is not gonna be pitch perfect. So yeah, that's all. But yeah, it was all over a good experience for me.
Take us through your visa interview. Means tell us everything about your visa interview.
My visa interview was actually very horrible experience, I would say. My interview was very nice, but the beginning of the visa interview was very worse because I am from Pune and I had to go for my interview to Mumbai, and I had my interview on 12th of August at 8:30 in the morning. So I had received a call day before that please be at least half an hour at the VFS office. So I was like, okay, and I decided to go by train because a lot of time for my plans and everything, I went through my train only. This was the only source I could. I never thought that there could be something which would be so, which would cause so much trouble. So I had booked a train which was about to reach me at 7:30 to Mumbai, and then I was about to reach visa office at 8. But unfortunately, my train got delayed, and it got so delayed that I couldn't reach visa office at all. I reached visa office at 11:30 in the afternoon. There was about 3 hours delay, but it was very actually my Mumbai VFS people were very good. They actually let me go inside and get done the interview. Actually, I was in touch with one of the lady from there, the one she had called me a day before to reach. So I told her on the call only that I'm coming through train and my train is reaching around 7:30, so I'll be there by 8. Like I was very confident. I didn't even thought the train might get late also because I never had this experience of train getting late. But unfortunately, when I sat on the train, it was a totally horrible experience, and it was so raining heavily that I couldn't get out of the train. I thought of taking a cab, but that didn't work out, and I did so much hustle bustle to reach visa office, and for 3 hours I did it. But finally at 11:30 I reached visa office, and they let me in. Like I was in touch with that lady, so I called her up. I was like, I'm coming, and I'll be reaching. At first I told her I'll reach her by 9:30. Then I told her I'll reach by 10:30. Then finally I told her 11:30, and I was there at 11:30. So she let me in. So actually all the interviews were done. I was not able to meet any of the students. But yeah, I was only one, and I guess the afternoon slots are available for the travel visa. For travel visa and work visa, I guess those timings. The student visas are over by 11 o'clock, I guess. That is what she told me. So there were no students at all. But when I went, my documentation was very quick. I don't know because maybe I was very late. So they immediately called me. Like I was the special candidate they had. So they every announcement they had this, okay, who's Ankita Thakkar, please come soon. And my documentation and everything were done in 45 minutes. And luckily I had also prepared all my documents very well with a file with all the exact and the same order the checklist is mentioned. So he just went through all my documents, he checked it, everything was pitch perfect, and he didn't say anything. But after that, I had my interview scheduled at 1:45. Just because I was late, they had scheduled my interview at 1:45, the video conferencing, because they were taking the Bangalore interviews. So I had to wait in VFS office for 2 hours, but that was okay because I was also late for 3 hours, so I couldn't do mention anything. So I was waiting there for 2 hours, which was also very comfortable. There was a nice seat available for me. I was sitting, waiting there. I prepared for my interview, sitting there for 2 hours. I calmed my head. Then I went for the interview, which was online. So it was with an Indian officer only, I believe, with the accent. This is what I felt. So it was very normal questions like why have you chose this university? The visa questions which are available actually on the Eurodreams, the YouTube channel. So those were the similar question. Who is your sponsor? Why did you choose Italy? So he also asked me about my past experiences. Where were you working? And just for I guess general information, he also asked me this: that does your company provide any employee discount? And what are your future plans? So it was just similar questions to what we prepare. Actually, it was nothing something different. So I completed my interview in like say 15 minutes. It were hardly like 8 or 9 questions. I completed my interview in 15 minutes, and I was free by 2. So this is how I completed my. But finally, my interview was done by 2. Yeah, and I received my visa exactly after 30 days. I gave my interview on 12th of August, and I received my visa message on 13th of September.
Okay, what mistakes one should consider, avoiding while giving a visa interview or while going for a visa interview?
Obviously, going is like the main priority, which you should. Actually, I didn't realize, like, if you're traveling from one place to another, I would actually suggest that you should go a day before so your head is calm, because I had a very difficulty in concentrating there because my head was already bursting. I did not even had breakfast and I was in the same situation till 2. So to be in a relaxed mode, go a day early at your place, visit there, have 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 that peace, have that confidence in you, and then go to VFS office while going. Obviously, well, visa interview, I think it is not something very extraordinary. The ones which are available on the YouTube, the videos which are available on the YouTube, especially prepare all your documents correctly and put them in a line. Get all the extra copies also, because it is very expensive. It is something 50 rupees for a copy in VFS office, and you don't have an option other than getting it Xerox. So it's better to carry an extra copy there. I already had my extra copies, but I didn't need any of them because my documents are all very correct. Obviously, they should be true enough. They should be all correct, and it is exactly the same mentioned in the checklist. They are not asking for something extraordinary. If you have like checked the checklist, go through that, and if you prepare it, it is as simple as that. For interview questions, be prepared with why you choose Italy, why you choose this university. You should be confident enough. If you yourself are going for the course, you should be confident why are you going. The officer should feel that confidence in you, that you are excited and you have all the basic information to why are you going. Also from the university, how far are the different cities. Also Italy is surrounded around which country, so a bit of historical history is also required. So if you know that basic knowledge, it is very much easy. So it is not something, I believe it's not something very extraordinary you have to do. It's just as simple as it is mentioned in the interviews and in the checklist.
This would be our last question. Your advice to the students who are willing to pursue higher education in abroad, or especially in Italy?
Yeah, so obviously Italy is one of the country which is very in nowadays, as they want they are inviting students to pursue their higher education. I believe that we should take the opportunity and make a great use of it, that later after 10 years, when Italy is also going to be considered in UK and US, and people are like, oh, we are trying for Italy but we are not getting the visas and we are not getting enrollment in the university, we can actually share our experience that, oh, we were the first one to go there, obviously. And obviously Italy also has great education. If you know Italian, like I know German and Japanese, so I know that it is how beneficial it is to have a language. So obviously if you are planning for Italy, you should learn basic Italian. That is what I am planning to, like I am in the progress of learning at least a basic of it. And obviously, higher education is a must nowadays. Education, like you cannot settle down with your bachelor's. So going for your master's is the very high jump which you'll be taking. And if you are getting a country like Italy where you are getting scholarship, where you are getting funds to actually stay there, then it's a great opportunity. At the end of the day, you will come back with a lot of experience, with a lot of knowledge, and with a lot of like actually cultures, because there are so many people who are coming from all over the world. So you'll be meeting a lot of cultures, a lot of people, a lot of experiences. So it's like a win-win situation either ways. Even if you'll end up with a job, if you know the language, and if you'll end up with a job, obviously it's gonna be a great deal. And even if you don't, you'll have so much experience that when you go to when you apply for other countries or other jobs, you'll obviously have this experience which you hold. You'll be able to share that, and you'll stand out from all the other students who are there in the line. So I believe it's a good thing if you also put yourself into it.
Fantastic. It was really nice having you, Ankita, here with us, and it was really a great conversation and great experience we have right now, and we are really gonna learn a lot of things from it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, even I could learn a lot from Eurodreams. Actually, as a consultancy, they helped me a lot through, like, at least for documentations. For visa, it was a very good thing that, for documentations and for interview, I also had a mock interview with Eurodreams, and the question they asked me, they were all as similar what were asked in the visa interview. So for visa, Eurodreams had a very good, good knowledge and good backup which I had.
Thank you so much for this. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.